G'day guys, Matt from Tradie Web Guys again. I hope you're all well. I'm just doing a quick editorial here on how you can manage your Gmail inbox. Now, basically, you guys have been set up on Google Apps for Business, which is basically Gmail, like your regular Gmail, but it's designed specifically for business. So instead of for example, my regular Gmail account is mattjones1981 at gmail.com. My business email account is, one of my business email accounts is tradie at tradiewebguys.com.au, but it's both Gmail. So the way that we get into it, it's all been set up and you access it as you would normally with a Gmail account if you're at all familiar with that. So I'm here on the Google homepage and I want to sign in, so I just click the sign in button up here and I come up there as a default. So I'm just going to put my password in. And you can see now that I'm actually logged in as myself. Okay, so I'm actually using Google Chrome as well, guys, and I would suggest that you do use Google Chrome. Above other things, you can check another tutorial on the benefits of Google Chrome when you're using Gmail. But obviously, being owned by Google, they both are designed to perfectly synchronize with each other. So if you're used to using Microsoft Explorer, or if you're on an Apple and you're using Safari, just download the Google Chrome browser and use that and start using that, and just keep up to date with a few tutorials here or there, and I'll show you how you can implement other parts, other apps and stuff into the actual Google Chrome browser. So you can see up here I've got a number of things. I'm not going to go into it in this tutorial, but that's accessible through Google Chrome. So I'm logged in here. All I have to do now is go to my mail, click, or I can go to any of my Gmail or Google apps, but I'm just gonna, I can click on mail there as well, so we'll do that, whatever. This will take me to my inbox. There we go. So this is my Tradie Web Guys inbox, and you can see there's not a lot of emails that are sitting in there. And the idea is with Gmail, is that you receive an email, you action an email, and then you discard it. So don't necessarily delete them, because deleting an email gets them rid of your inbox and you can't find them again. Whereas what I'm going to show you today is actually a function called archive, and archive you can use as an alternative to deleting, and it enables you to get rid of that email from your inbox, yet still be able to retrieve it when you need it, which is very valuable. Okay, so once you're in your inbox here, this is your settings tab there. So if I was to click on that right now, and I'm just going to show you how you can configure your inbox. So you can see all these tabs here that are set up. So these tabs are set up so that anything of any importance I get comes straight into my primary. Anything to do with social media will come through into here. So you can see there's a lot of LinkedIn, Google+, Twitter, and that sort of stuff. Promotional stuff, so you might get like emails from other companies, that sort of stuff there. Updates might be blogs, or might be, say, calendar updates and stuff like that. So if somebody's updated one of your Google Drive documents, it'll come through in here. And then forums, again, is where you might have you might be subscribed to blogs or whatever, and that might come through under that forum there, which you can also I'll show you how you can actually direct specific emails into these folders so that you don't have to do it manually. It just does it automatically. So here is your settings, and to configure what we've just seen in here, we actually just go to configure inbox, And it's as simple as ticking the boxes. Click. You want that one? You don't. You want that one? You don't. It's all done. I've got it here to include the starred ones in primary. So if I get an email that's important, I'll put a star to that, and it will stay in my primary inbox. So you can actually see in my inbox here, I've starred a few. Now they didn't come through actually in my primary inbox, but if I was to go into social here, and I decided that, say, this one is important to me, I'm going to star it, and then when I come back into my primary, that email is actually right here. So if I unstar that, it disappears. Okie dokes. So that's a good way that you can filter important emails from, well, I won't say unimportant, but emails that you need to action immediately as opposed to emails that you don't. So then we come down here into settings, and this is where it gets, this is where you can start configuring stuff to the way you like. So you've got here obviously your language settings, so I've got that set to English obviously. And then as you scroll down, there's a couple of things that I want you guys to make sure you start using. One of them is this button right here. Oh, you can obviously select how your text, like the different texts, your emails and stuff are written in, size, etc. This button here, send and archive, I want you to make sure you've got that on. So show send and archive button. Stars, if you want to use stars. So I always have a red, a start, stop, and a start, pause, and a stop sign, basically red, yellow, and orange. So I can, if something comes through, I can either mark it as green, okay, I need to do this. Orange is basically it's being done, and then red is it's done, finished, whatever. And then when you take the star off, as you saw before, it deletes. I can come down further, so you can change your picture. So as you appear, you can see up in the corner there, that's me, so that's the photo. And then down here is your signature. So this is where you can actually enter your signature into your emails. So you don't have to keep typing at the end of it, you know, thanks, blah, blah, blah. You can do it all in here. And of course, if you have more than one email set up within this account, which I'm going to show you how to do right now, they will all be listed here. So you can add all of your different email accounts in here. So this is the when I'm consulting with Tradiepad. This is my email signature for them, and so on. And you just got to make sure when you, if you do amend something in here, there's actually a Save Changes button down the bottom there. So you got to make sure you select that, otherwise nothing will be done. So that's out of the way. Now I'm just going to show you how you can actually set up your email account. You can use this one inbox to manage other Gmail accounts also. So say for example you might have your own account, and then you might have a sales at your domain account, or you might have an account accounts at your domain. You can actually do that from in here. So if we click on accounts, it says here add another email address that you own. You can actually select that. It'll ask you to enter the detail there, and then it'll take you to the next step. Now the next step will actually be a verification. So it's going to send through a verification to that email address that you've entered, and all you have to do is put in the code, and then it's done. So it's quite easy to do that. That will appear now in here, and of course you can see there you can make them default, you can edit, you can delete, you can do whatever you want. And then once you've actually established that in your accounts here, that new email address, you can go back into your general settings, and then you can go back to your signature here, and you can add your signature for that specific address. So it will automatically appear within there. Okay. So that is how you do that. I'll show you the other stuff from in the console. So what I've actually got here, now this is what I want to show you with the archiving, and this is why it's really important, because say I've got an email here from Grant. Okay, so Grant sent me an email, just noticed there's a wrong postcode on the timetable. Okay, cool. So I've actually actioned that email. It's come through, I've fixed up the problem. Now I don't want to delete this email because I want to be able to, I may need to bring it up in the future. So what I'm going to do is this button up here, which is archive. So I could click on that button right there and it will send it away. So let's go click, and that's been archived. Okay, so I can come back in here. Now I can easily find that item again quite simply by either on the side here, I can go down to all mail, and I can see that email is still sitting there. So it's obviously in order of in chronological order there, but I can bring that email back and it's still there. So that's cool. Now if I did want to actually, I'll just show you again. Oh, and the other way that you can filter through also, just while I'm on this topic, is you can go up into your search bar. So if you've actually archived an item, I can go straight up into here and I can type in Grant. It automatically brings up his address. And then it brings up all of the emails that I've ever received from Grant right there. So I can tick on the one that I just archived, which is right there, and that's done. So the other way that you can do it, now when you were back in your inbox, back in the settings button, you know how we ticked that little box that said show send and archive button? So what that does is, if I'm going to reply to this email now from within my inbox, click on reply. Oh, this has already been archived, sorry. Hang on a minute, let's go back. Let's discard this because it's already in my archived box. What we'll need to do is move it to inbox. So this button here, I'll move that back into my inbox. Go back into the inbox. There it is. Okay. So if I go to reply, you can see there, that's that send and archive button. So I've got either send and archive or I've got send. Now, if I'm going to say, no worries, Grant, that has been sorted, stand by for the update. Now I can either send that and it will still keep the email in my inbox, or I can send an archive. Now because I've actioned this email, I don't need it to be in my inbox anymore, so I'm going to send an archive and it's gone. So when I go back in here, there's nothing there. Okay. Now on the flip side, if you get an email that you know you're never going to need to return to, so I've sent this one through from another account, just as an example, I'm never going to want to see this one again. So instead of actually archiving it, I'm just going to delete it. So I can go here, bang, that's gone. So that's one less email in the inbox there. So that's pretty much how you do your archiving. Stay tuned for the next tutorial. I'm going to show you actually how you can tag certain emails from people, which gives it order and it allows you to find them a lot easier within your Gmail account once they've been actioned. So stand by for that one.